And we have to ask ourselves, when we think about this issue, was batterer accountability referred to when we think about domestic violence perpetrators as parents? Are they being held accountable as parents? Are they being held responsible as parents? And so one of the examples I give for this is, it's a visual. My staff wants me to do other visual, I'm not going to do this, but I want to give you kind of a visual picture. And I want you to imagine that standing over here at this end of the stage, where I hopefully won't fall off, this represents me living with my partner, my wife of 10 years, 3 kids. I'm underemployed, she's got a full-time job, she can work longer shifts, I contribute something financially to the family. I also am there to pick up the kids after school so she can work longer shifts. We've got 1 car between us. We're making it, but just making it financially. Also, I have a history of being violent and abusive to her in front of the kids, calling her names, putting her down, sometimes challenging her around work, accusing her of having affairs. There's a whole system of course of control that I'm engaging in, and we're still functioning as a family. We have our own apartment. We've lived in it for since the last kid was born. It's been stable. It's been a good neighborhood. The kids are going to school. They're doing okay. I choose to get violent. The incident is serious. The kids or her call the police. The police come, and I get ordered out of the house. I get arrested and ordered out of the house on an injunction, a stay order of protection, whatever it's called in your jurisdiction. Now, this is a very high-tech visual aid. Now I'm living somewhere else, right? Did you notice that? I moved. Okay? This represents me living someplace else. And what I always say is maybe I'm living with my mother, maybe a buddy, maybe a girlfriend I have on the side. Okay? But I'm not living in the house. Now I want you to start thinking about batterer accountability. This is about unwinding that term a little bit, start thinking about gaps. Because this was often treated, I'm probably not going to be charged with risk of injury or endangerment of kids. And if I am, it's the first charge to go away. Almost every jurisdiction. But I'm probably not charged with that. And so here I am over here, and so I'm going to charge for assault against my partner. So it's considered an adult-to-adult issue primarily at this point. So the first question I want to ask you is, does my statutory responsibility to my kids' basic needs being met change because I'm living at a different address? No, it does not. If I'm the legal parent, if I'm the father of the kids, we've made it very simple, which is the case generally, he's going to be the father of at least one of the kids in the household, 2/3, upwards, maybe more of the cases. But let's make it, I'm the father of all the kids. I'm legally, it's identified legally, it's not the question. Moving here, being kicked out of the house, is my responsibility for my kids' safety, shelter, food, medical care, good education change legally because I'm not living in the house? Does not. Okay, so it's really important to think about that. And so what happens also if I decide when I move from here to here, I decide to swing by the house, take the car with me. Find the car in a parking lot, take it. Well, the stay away order might not cover that. Maybe I ask the cops if I can take the car with me, depends if I got a ticket, if I was arrested and taken to custody. But so this criminal proceeding doesn't cover the car. Now let's imagine that child welfare gets called by the police and goes out. Who are they going to meet with? Mom. And talk to her over here. And let's say it takes a few days to get to here. And let's say the incident happened in the middle of the month and now it's getting to the end of the month. What's mom going to start being worried about? Bills, rent paying, those kind of things. Now, did my arrest over here touch that at all? Likely not. Likely not. It's not going to address the car, paying utilities. And so what child welfare is going to stay over here, because that's the tool they have, that they've had is, Mom, go and apply for child support. Go get on, go on self-sufficiency, which we all know are very speedy processes. They happen very quickly, and I'm sure she'll get the money by the first of the month. So over here, maybe child welfare comes to meet with me over here. Maybe they don't. Oftentimes not. What we see practice in many places is, if he's out of the house, the couple's not together, there's no more DV issues related to child welfare. And it's practicing from a geographic or relationship-based framework, which means that if I'm not living in the house anymore, there's no child welfare domestic violence issue. If the couple separates, so literally we've seen child welfare systems say, we're going to not accept that case because, yes, he was arrested, but he's out of the house in order of protection, therefore there's no risk to the kids.